All right, peace to the family, peace to the tribe. This is your brother Yusuf, coming back at you guys with another video. Um, I'm in a very relaxed state right now, and I want to get on here and do this video before I forgot. Um, and this video today is going to be about relationships. Um, the word relationships has been coming up a lot this week in consultations, and in just random talks with people. I've been talking about relationships for the past week with different people. And, I kind of want to talk to you guys about that today. I want to talk to you guys about relationships. And, I'm not telling you guys what you need, what you have to do. I'm just giving advice. And hopefully you take some of this advice because I'm not just a person just jumping into a relationship. For people who don't know, me and my wife, hopefully y'all didn't block my mic, but for people who don't know, me and my wife have we've been in a relationship together for uh, 18 years, and we've been married for 14 years of those 18 years. So since I was about 2021 and the wife was 19, we've been together, right? And I hope this video encourages somebody. Um, and we've been through our shares of ups and downs. Uh, you name it in a relationship, we kind of to a degree went through it. Um, and um, yeah, we've been through our shares of ups and downs, family. We we've argued it out. We've argued, fussed, fought, cried. You know, we went through everything relationships go through. Brother Yusuf wasn't always perfect. I wasn't always the guy I am today, and she wasn't always the woman she is today. But I can truly say that today we have a wonderful marriage, right? We have an understanding, but we went through trials and tribulations a lot to grow and to learn how to relate to each other. Um, we had to learn how to relate to each other, and it took time. And sometimes that's going to happen. And the reason why I feel like I'm qualified to talk about this video also is because while I was with my wife, I wasn't, she wasn't always spiritual. When I was spiritual, she wasn't. You know, and it took time for her to learn how to be patient. Patience is a virtue, family. I want you guys to understand that patience is a virtue. If you have someone you love them, just take your time with them, right? Take your time with them and be patient with them. Be yourself around them. Be patient with them, and as long as they don't get in your way, that's the most important thing. But the main thing that all relationships should be seeking for is love, right? We should all be seeking for cosmic love, and I broke that down in another video I did called "What is Love" and "What is Twin Flames and Soulmates." I broke down what I help people understand that there's different versions of love. And for those of you who didn't see this video, who didn't see that video, hopefully this helps understand. And I think I need to bring this up again in this video. You have earth love, which is a love based on dopamine, right? Somebody knocks your boots, good sex, right? Good food, a good laugh. Sometimes the fact that a person is sleeping next to you and they're there with you gives you a release of dopamine, right? It helps you release dopamine, and you become high on this person. And a lot of times, the way you feel about that person don't feel the same way about you. But you're in love. This is earth love. This is not real. Um, those types of loves, even if both people are experiencing it at the same time, you can tell it's earth love because it lasts maybe 2 years, right? It lasts maybe 2 years and 2 to 3 years at the most, and the people pretty much break up, right? And if they do stay together longer than 2 or 3 years, they done broke up so many times throughout those 5, 6, 7, 8 years, or whatever, how many years they were together. But for the most part, that's earth love, family. You getting a fix, you getting a fix. You know, you get to have sex with this person every now and then in so many words, and that gives you a dopamine release. Or if this person makes you laugh, or they give you company, right? And those things are great. I'm not putting those things down. That we need those things in relationships. But when a relationship is based on that, it becomes earth love. It's a love that will not last. Cosmic love, pure love, is a love that's going to be based on something that you can't understand, and you don't understand why you feel the way you feel about this person. You would die for this person, and that person would die for you. It's a love that's compared almost to what you how parents feel for their children. Like I said in the video, most people don't even experience real love until they experience the love of their child. Here's a person who you never did nothing for. This person never did nothing for you, and you love them to death already. It's not because you're supposed to, you just do. You fall into love. So, a lot of mothers and fathers out there only experience true love for their child. And between the mother and the father, sometimes that's not the case. They don't experience that same love. But they can still have it. You know, I want you guys to understand that in order to experience true love, you must be willing to take risk. But only for someone who is worth the risk. Okay? Only for someone who's worth the risk. If your intentions are pure, and if they are worth the risk, and you see value in them, which is very important, you got to see value in them, then love will find both of you, and you'll both have the chance to experience full cosmic love. All right? I want you guys to understand that. You got to see value in people, right? That's the first thing you got to look for in the relationship. Make sure this person values you. Women, if a brother is not, women, you have to value yourself enough to get the exact type of man you want. If you see red flags, they there for a reason. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore the red flags. Take those red flags and get up out of there. Because you might be running into the same thing you dealt with in a past relationship, right? Brothers, when the sisters show you red flags, get up out of there. Leave it alone. When the sister's showing you red flags, leave it alone. This goes both ways. I know men who've seen red flags with sisters and sisters who've seen red flags with brothers, and sometimes they choose to ignore it. They choose to ignore it, and that's dangerous. It's a red flag for a reason. But sometimes because, brother make her lay that pipe real good, sisters, we all grown. Let's keep it real, you know what I mean? And it be the brother you don't even expect, brother you don't even expect. He lay that pipe. You know what he doing in that bedroom, and you get caught up on this dopamine fix because he can lay the pipe very well. The brother's a professional pipe layer, but he ain't worth a dime. And next thing you know, you can't taking care of this guy. He driving your car, and he don't got nothing to offer. Red flags, red flags, red flags. So women get caught up a lot of times because they're emotional creatures by nature in a dopamine fix. Brother, if this sister ain't supporting you, this sister don't support you, if she don't support your dreams, if she don't want nothing out of life, if you don't see value in her, leave her alone. Those are red flags. Sometimes being single, you may date people, you may have sex with them, and she may have that thing too. Everything, she may have the skills to pay the bills. But if you really want a relationship, brother, and she's showing you these red flags, like she's not responsible, she's not stable, her mind is immature, you don't want a woman like that. I don't care how fine she is. She could be the baddest chick on the planet, but brother, you're going to suffer later. And sisters too, you're going to suffer if you get with this brother and you see these red flags, right? So I want to give you guys some advice today, When you get in a relationship and you think you found the one, respect the fact that this person being vulnerable with you, right? Don't judge them when they're being vulnerable. If they're telling you their secrets, if they're telling you real things, don't think they're soft. Respect the fact that they're being like that with you. This is how you start to build trust, right? It's not about control, because a lot of sisters lose brothers and they think they need to control this dude. You don't ever want to do that. You got to control. Let me tell you, brothers, right? And this is coming from a man who's been a woman for 18 years, right? A black woman, right? So-called black woman, indigenous woman, whatever. Every woman wants a man to take control. Now, hold on, sisters. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Because I know some of y'all are like, I don't want no man controlling me. It's not what I mean. But every woman psychologically wants a man that can take control. What do I mean by that? Every woman wants a man to take his place in the home and be the leader of the home. That's what I mean by take control. By take control, I don't mean yell at her, disrespect her, put your hands on her, and tell her how she need to run her life. What I'm saying, brothers, if you take control of your situation, not just financially, but learn how to be a good man to a good man to your lady, and learn how to respect her and build her up and give her an identity, which is your job as a man to give your family an identity. Leave something for your children. And she see you doing all these things, she's gonna naturally follow. All women want to do like that. They want a boss do. They want to do that's going to take care of business, not just in the bedroom, right? And sisters, every brother want a woman that's going to support his dreams. You know, every sister want a brother that's going to be there for him when he really need him. Support this man. If you see this man working hard, he's doing things for the family. He's doing things for you. You see him working hard. Support this man, right? Support this man. Support his dreams. Support what he want to do, especially if you don't got nothing to do. Support this man, right? He might be trying to build something for the family. He might be trying to leave a legacy. And every brother out there, if you a man over, if you 25 and older, you better be trying to figure life out. And if sisters, if you date a man that's 30 something and he ain't got a pot to piss in, he ain't got nothing going for himself, you better leave this man alone. Right? And I'm not putting a brother on that at that age group now, but I'm saying like, damn, by the time you 30, 35, you should want shit out of life. Right? You should have your own, at least have a goddamn car. Have something, brothers. Don't come to these sisters with nothing. Your job as a man, and I can talk like this because I live this shit. Right? My wife know what I get down, what I do, what I'm building. She know. So I can talk like this, right? I'm telling y'all the truth. Every woman want a man that's gonna hold it down at the house, not just financially, fellas. And sisters, you don't just look for a man that's gonna hold it down financially. That's part of it. But he need to hold you down mentally, right? You need to be able to take care of things mentally, make quick decisions for your family. So brothers, you gotta get your stuff together. You approach these sisters. And sisters, like I said, value yourself enough to you don't just let any brother walk into your life if he ain't got nothing to offer. He 30 plus, he gotta bring something to the table. He gotta bring something to the table. And let me, and brothers, you don't have to have the baddest girl in the world, man. A lot of brothers get caught up for a chick that got the body of the most beautiful girl they got. Yo, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. It ain't about beauty all the time, bro. I'm not telling you to get an ugly girl. I'm telling you, she don't have to be the most beautiful girl in the world. That's an illusion, bro. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You may have a chick where everybody like, yo, she fine. And you think she gonna keep a man because she fine. It's not the case. A lot of these sisters who are the finest ones lose the most men. Because a lot of times the pretty sisters, and I'm gonna be honest, sisters, and I talk to men all over the world, and I'm a man myself, a lot of pretty sisters don't got nothing to offer. I'm not saying all y'all. But that be the case. A lot of sisters who's not spiritual, they ain't been studying, they don't have a lot to offer except their beauty. So men use them. And a lot of you brothers out there, all you got is some money in your pocket, and then you wonder why women don't want to do nothing with you. They don't want to be with you because all you've been doing is paying and laying. You know what I mean? You ain't got nothing else to bring to the table besides some money. So the sister gonna use that. So be careful of people who gonna use you. Invest your time and put your energy into somebody that's gonna appreciate it. Somebody that's gonna appreciate you. All right? I want you guys to understand that. Now, your mate does not have to be spiritual. Okay? Enjoy life. Enjoy the fact that somebody just wanna be with you. Somebody may want to make you food. Somebody wants to be next to you. Enjoy life. You can be, don't be so spiritually high, you're earthly good. Come down to earth and be regular, right? Your wife may not want to meditate. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend may not want to meditate. Cool. Be with them. Enjoy the fact that they there with you, right? And just what you do is you keep living your spiritual life in front of them, and eventually if they love you, they'll fall in line. And that go for the brothers and the sisters. If that dude really want to be with you, he not gonna leave. He's gonna let you do your spiritual thing, but eventually he's gonna be asking questions and he's gonna be trying to figure things out. So don't be trying to force your boyfriend or your girlfriend to be spiritual. Don't try to force them. Let it happen. That's how it happened for me. I just lived my spiritual life in front of my wife, and I told her I'm not bullshitting with this. I'm really about to live this spiritual life, and she respected it. Took her a minute to fall in line, right? And I'm gonna say this boldly, like this is my house. I run my house. It's a fact. My wife know what it is, right? And if she was sitting right next to me, she'll know. And I'm not saying I run my house from a thing where I run it with an iron rod and I'm yelling at people. But my wife know when things need to get done, she needs something, I got her. My wife know a big problem pop up, she can't figure out, I got her. I'm the man. My wife know I'm gonna give my daughter an identity. She's gonna know who she is. My wife know IRAs and silver and gold is gonna be invested for my daughter. My wife knows that. She know I'm gonna give my daughter a balance about who she is, and my wife does her part on that too. But my wife know what I bring to the table, so she respects me because I know who I am. So brothers, know who you are. So when you meet this woman, you could bring something to her besides some pipe. All right? Build yourself up, brother, so you can bring something to her besides pipe. And sisters, brothers want more than your body parts, than than sex. Respect yourself enough when you see these brothers and they want to date you and they want to go out with you. Make them work for it. Make them act like they value you. Like, look, you need to take me out. Some people think that's getting old, but that shit needs to come back. Forget the Netflix and chill. That's cool, right? We all grown. Stuff happens, but man, make a brother work for it sometimes. If he really like you, he gonna work for it. Make him prove that he like you. Value yourself, right? Value yourself, sisters. Very important. So I want you guys to just understand, like, this spiritual thing is not hard. Being in spiritual relationships, don't force it. You in a relationship to learn how to relate to this person. Somebody's gonna pull somebody, especially if you got a mate that don't go to church or nothing. They just around. Then your spiritual life is gonna pull them eventually. Just be patient with them. Patience is a virtue. I can't stress how much I had to be patient with my wife till she got to the spiritual level she on now. Right? Even not even spirituality, the things that she do as a woman. Right? We was kids when we started dating. So we argued and fought like everybody else. That's a fact. Right? And what happens is people look at, where we are now and say, man, you guys are, you got the good thing. I say, yeah, but you don't know what we went through. I've been had, we was young, had lights cut off and didn't have food. Brother Yusuf had to figure out who he was, and you know, yeah, I had to learn how to be responsible and be more of a man. As I got married at 26. I was a young kid, you know, and I'm glad I waited to have children. I didn't have my first child until 34, and I'm glad I did that because it gave me a lot of time to study. But hey, just if you have responsibility, accept those responsibilities, and grow from them. But look, I want to do this video because I need to encourage some people out there who want spiritual relationships. You can be with a person that's not spiritual if they love you, if you guys relate to each other on different things, right? It's okay. You may be married to somebody that's not spiritual. It's okay. Live your spiritual life in front of these people, right? Live your spiritual life in front of these people. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. And when they have questions, be ready to answer. Get your study on. Do your thing. So what Brother Yusuf is really saying is, as long as somebody doesn't get in your way spiritually, why would you leave them? Why would you not want to be with them? Be with them. They don't have to be spiritual because they will eventually get into that little by little. So as long as someone doesn't block your way spiritually, if they're not getting in your way spiritually, which definitely stops your life from going where it needs to go, then you can be with that person. Now, if you get a person that's spiritual, both of y'all spiritual, great. Then y'all do work together. I don't even need to tell y'all what y'all need to do. Right? You guys know what you need to do. Right? Do work together, grow consciously and spiritually. If you have children, by the age of 3 or 4, start teaching them simple things like altar work. That's what I do with my daughter. She understands altars. So you start with something simple and you go from there. Right? But start with altar work. Teach them how to venerate and honor their ancestors. Right? Their bloodlines. You know? So yeah, family, that's it. I didn't want to be in here too long. I do have other videos coming soon. But I want to get on here and just encourage you guys and give you guys some information and advice on being in spiritual relationships. Brother Yusuf knows something about it. I'm in a successful marriage right now, and it took me. It wasn't always perfect, but I'm the epitome of a person who had to learn how to relate to his wife, and my wife had to learn how to relate to me, right? And it wasn't easy. Through good times and bad times, boy, we stuck it out. But the thing is, I always changed. I always grew, and she always grew and changed. And if we caught somebody doing slipping up again and doing something that each one of us don't like, then we check each other on it, you know. And I'll be honest with you, being a Christian back in the day gave me a little bit of a stability, as far as being a husband. But I still didn't understand it. You can only really learn things through experience, So when I left the church and I became spiritual, it was rough, especially almost getting a divorce because my wife wasn't trying to hear the spiritual stuff, but we stuck it out. We made it through. When I realized that this girl would give up church for me, I was like, this girl would go to hell for me if she thought hell was real, because she couldn't at that point when she left the church, she didn't really understand fully what the spirit world was. But I realized then she loved me, and I want to encourage people: if you're in relationships, you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend that's not spiritual, and you love this person, and y'all love each other. As long as this person doesn't get in your way, love them, be with them, and enjoy life. Enjoy life, right? But respect yourself, man. So if you're looking for somebody who is spiritual and you're single and you're spiritual, think about where will spiritual people hang out at. Spiritual people hang out at libraries. Spiritual people hang out at poetry readings. Spiritual people hang out at parks and stuff like that. They may be in a park meditating. You gotta go where spiritual people go. You can't be in Walmart. If you're lucky, you could, but you can't be at the bar or the club thinking you're gonna meet somebody spiritual. It ain't gonna happen. Thank God for the internet. Sometimes the internet allows people to link up through the internet, but for the most part, that's what it is, family. So I just wanted to encourage you guys and tell you guys to, it's okay if you're spiritual and you're not with somebody spiritual. Just continue to be you. And if that person don't get in your way, then you all set, family. All right? You all set. So Brother Yusef is Brother Yusef, love y'all, man. And I appreciate everybody on here. I hope that this video really touches somebody. I don't have my usual setup today that I'm doing my video on. I'm just in my office doing some work, so I just wanted to get in here and get this video out because I think people needed to hear it. And I hope you guys are encouraged and continue to stay strong out there, family. I got some more dope videos coming down the line. All right, family. I love y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday or whatever day you see this. Have a blessed day. Peace, family.